Hey everybody, it is Hyper, and welcome back to another Star Citizen video. In this video, I'm going to be discussing lifetime insurance, how to upgrade vehicles, and how to melt vehicles for a number of reasons, mainly focusing on how to get lifetime insurance on vehicles. And as an added bonus, there's a really cool package in the pledge shop right now. So if you are a new player or a returning player, this video applies to everybody. Right, so anyways, currently in the pledge store, there's an awesome Warbond pack for sale at the moment. This pack includes two separate chassis that can be upgraded, and both of them have lifetime insurance due to the package covering it, and they are very cheap. So they can upgrade to almost any other ship since they're valued individually at only 30 bucks. So say you wanted to get like the MPVU or something like that, you can upgrade to it and get LTI on it. And this is an opportunity that I don't think we really have ever seen in Star Citizen before, at least this cheap with two per pack. And it's a steal, guys. It's really awesome. So if you're a player that wanted LTI and you've been waiting for a chance to get it, now is the time to get it. This is such a really, it's just such a perfect deal for people who want to, get that applied to their upgrades and ships they actually care about. Here you can see my Constellation Andromeda, and I use the method I talk about in the video later on, and this Warbond I'm mentioning to get the lifetime insurance, and I have one token left over. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not yet, because the pulse is actually really cool, and I do like it, but we'll see. And you cannot get this lifetime insurance any other way for this ship and most other ships, so keep that in mind. Anyways, let's talk about what LTI is. LTI is lifetime insurance. In the game Star Citizen, you have insurance for your ships and vehicles and stuff like that. And basically LTI means that it will allow you to claim destroyed or missing ships without any extra charges forever, right? And this is awesome because it's peace of mind for those of us that have invested lots of money into Star Citizen, and it's a game that requires a lot of investment in time and money. And this ensures that you will not accumulate that value in your claims over time. Your insurance policy won't increase because they're actually adding that to the game, and it would eventually end up paying near full price, right? You might have to pay near full price for the vehicle itself to claim it in the shop if you play it enough and you crash it enough, or things happen, or your claim gets denied. And with LTI, that cannot happen from what we understand. But again, it's early access game. This could change at any time. I'm not making any guarantees, but this is kind of how the community understands it at this time. And from what we've heard from the devs, again, this is not set in stone, but it seems like you can permanently lose ships that do not have the LTI based off of the claims and insurance system. It's very weird stuff, so I don't know how it's going to work. So I'm not making any guarantees, but this is, like I said, just peace of mind. Now, typically you can only get lifetime insurance on vehicles if you pledge and you are a backer and a supporter during the concept phase of the ship, or you can get exclusive war bonds, right? That's the only way you can get it. The only other option is if you made your account in, like, what, 2013, I believe it was, and you are, like, protected by that, so you get LTI on some ships then if you got packs, which is, I think, unfair. I think if you spend money to buy a ship in the store, you should get LTI regardless, but it is what it is. Anyways, like I said, it's really hard to get. It's really hard to come by, especially really great deals like this. Anyways, the CCU is basically the cross chassis upgrade I mentioned, and they allow you to upgrade a ship to a ship of greater value, and only to a ship of greater value, while retaining its insurance and like the other stuff that's included in the pack that it came with, right? So the cross chassis upgrade, or CCU as they call it, it's basically an upgrade from one ship to another, and you can use the value of the traded in ship or melted ship to help pay for an upgrade. And when you basically sell a ship you have that you bought back to the store, you retain the value of the ship, the full value of it, in your account, and it is a balance of the full value of the ship. So it's actually really good. You're never going to lose money from melting them unless you melt something that's not meltable, but I mean, that's something for another video. And that's what I did with this. So you get the credit balance to pay for it, and it means if you already bought a ship, like me, I already had my Constellation Andromeda. I bought it, right, but I didn't have the LTI. I used the store credit that I had received from melting this one, and then the value from the Warbond pack, and it gave me, I didn't have to pay for the new Connie, and I got $30 more store credit on top of that since I melted the value of the previous one. And I'll explain that more later in the video. Yeah, I did it here. It works. I'm proof of it, and my buddy Angel Skywalker did it as well. Check out his YouTube channel if you get a chance. I'll put the link up to that in the description. Anyways, Now that you guys kind of understand what the CCU is, what LTI is, and why they're important, I can walk you through the process so you can do what I did too and apply this LTI to any of your ships in the game. Now, if you have a vehicle you want to sell for credit or melt it first, then keep watching from right now. But if you do not want to melt a vehicle first, and you may just go in and you already have like store credit in your account, or you're just going to use physical cash, then skip to this point in the video right here. Also, make sure to use this referral code if you are new to the game before you make an account. That way you'll get the bonus of having 5,000 UEC credits added to your account upon wipes and when the game comes out. And that is starting cash. It is valued in real money, a pretty significant amount. So it's like 1,000 to each dollar. So it's like a $5 discount. It's like free money. So definitely use that if you get a chance. If you use that, it'll benefit me as well, benefit the channel, and benefit the content I'm creating for Star Citizen. Anyways, let's get back to the rest of the video. Before you melt a vehicle, it's very important to understand that if you melt it, it will not be available anymore, right? So say you're melting a vehicle that cannot be bought in the store anymore, or you're melting a vehicle that was gifted to you. Which I don't think you can do anyways. But if you get a vehicle that you didn't pay for, you're not going to get that value for it back, and you might not be able to upgrade to it using the upgrade system. So if it's a special vehicle you really like, do your research first, make sure you can upgrade to it. I don't know what all of them are, and they're changing all the time. So understand that it's a permanent thing you cannot undo as far as I know. So just, you know, be very safe and be very sure of the steps you're taking to make sure that doesn't happen to you. All right, everybody. The first thing you're going to want to do is log into the Robert Space Industry website and head over to the top, and you're going to see your account. You're going to click your account, drop it down, and then you're going to go head over to your hangar. And then what you're going to want to do, if you want to melt a vehicle before you start this process, you're going to have to find the vehicle you want to melt. In my case, I had my Constellation Andromeda. So let's open this pack really quick. That's where it is. And I made sure it was here. And if you look at the bottom, it'll tell you also contains. And this is where it talks about the insurance. It'll tell you if you have like 3 months, 6 month, 120 month, lifetime, and it'll show right here. If you want lifetime and it doesn't have lifetime, what you can do is go to this part and click exchange. I'm not going to do it now because I have all my stuff there and I don't want to, but it's going to say this will remove the pledge, including any upgrades such as customizations or CCUs from your account. And those are the cross chassis upgrades. And the pledge itself is whatever you bought. It's either a standalone vehicle, a pack, a Warbond, whatever it may be. And it's going to give you the full value of all the items in that in store credit. Once you do that, that store credit will be bound to your account, and you can use that for the upgrade later. Just keep in mind, you cannot buy war bonds with store credit. You have to buy those with real money. So make sure that you don't buy the war bond until you find the one that is right. And do not melt it if you plan on, you know, if you think you can use like that value towards war bonds, you can't. So make sure you have the funds first before you melt your vehicle. So what you're gonna do, after it's melted and you have the store credit, you're gonna go and you're gonna head over to the pledge store. Once you're at the pledge store, you want to head over to extras and then head down to packs. Not all war bonds are going to be there. You could find them in other parts too, but this is where you're going to find multiple packs of war bonds. Like here you have the tractor with the Hull C war bond, which is pretty good. Not going to lie, if you want to start making money right off the bat. You have the MP UV Trio, which is $100 for 3 different things with lifetime insurance, and that's a little bit more expensive than this. It's convenient, but I wouldn't do that. And this will not work. It has to be the war bond, because you can see there's the Pulse and Pulse LXILW, and then there's the war bond. You have to do the war bond. Bond has to be bought with real money. So anyways, once you go to the war bond, you want to make sure that the war bond in the contains has the vehicles you're going to upgrade, right? And lifetime insurance. It also comes with a hanger, so that's a little bonus right there. But yeah, lifetime insurance right here. And that's going to cover all vehicles inside this pack, right? So it'll have the Pulse LX with lifetime insurance and the Pulse with lifetime insurance. Pretty good deal, considering you only pay 48 USD and each vehicle separately is valued at $30 when you're trading it in or melting or upgrading. So the value of these vehicles will also be applied to that upgrade, and it's taken off the top. So you're going to end up with a positive balance of store credit afterwards. If you say you melt a vehicle and you upgrade to that same model, you'll have leftover store credit. Anyways, once you go to this Warbond, what you want to do is you want to add it to your cart, pay for it, and then you're going to head back over to your hangar. Once you're in your hangar, you're going to see that it shows up as a pack, Pulse and Pulse LX. Now, once you're here, make sure that it's the pack you wanted. I don't think they do refunds or anything like that, so be very careful about this ahead of time before you buy it. Make sure it's that Warbond with lifetime insurance. If it's the correct one, what you're going to do next is you're going to go to Ship Upgrades. And once you go to Ship Upgrades, it's going to bring you to this menu right here. The left-hand side is the vehicle you're going to be upgrading from, and on the right is the vehicle you're upgrading to. Just know that you can only upgrade to a vehicle of a higher price. You cannot upgrade to a vehicle that's the same price or less. So I could upgrade from the Pulse to the Constellation Andromeda, but I cannot upgrade from a Constellation Andromeda to, say, something like a Aegis Avenger. It won't work. So what I did is I used my Pulse LX and I kept the Pulse, regular Pulse, right? But just as an example, what I would do is like click the Pulse, then you see at the bottom it says ship value $30 USD. Say I want, and it'll show you all the options that you can upgrade from that to currently available in the store. Say I wanted to, or say I traded in my Kanye, I melted my Kanye, which is actually what I did. Here that is, Constellation Andromeda, $240 ship value. What's going to happen is I click that, and it's going to put these together, right? And you're going to see instead of $240 in the cart, it says it's only $210 because it added the value of the Pulse that you're upgrading to this. So you're not paying more money, right? Now, after that happens, you go to your cart, and in your cart, it's going to give you an option on the right-hand side to pay with store credit. Make sure before you pay for it, like on the first page on step 1, on the right-hand side, you choose pay for with store credit. And I'll show you what that looks like. So I'll add that to my cart. We're going to go to the cart right here. You see order summary on the right-hand side. It's going to say add store credits. You type in the amount. So you just type 210 if that's how much is left over, or 39 or whatever. And then you can proceed to checkout. You could do a blend of I want to pay this much in store credit, this much in real money. However you want to do it, you could do here. Just make sure you do that before you actually check it out. Otherwise, you're not going to be using that store credit to make the purchase. Now, once you purchase that upgrade, give it like 20 minutes. You in-game, your vehicle should appear right away. But when you go to your hangar, for me, it didn't appear as the pack correctly because I originally I had the cutter, the Drake cutter. Then I had then I melted, or then I upgraded that to the Constellation. Then I melted the Constellation, and I bought this, and then I upgraded again. So this was showing up as, or the Constellation was showing up as a cutter pack still for a little bit, and then like 10 minutes later, it finally upgraded to a Pulse and Pulse LX pack. And it'll still say Pulse and Pulse LX pack if you upgraded it, but you'll notice inside the pack is contained your new upgraded ship. And now this ship has lifetime insurance on it, thanks to it being part of this LTI pack. So it's really cool how that works. Now, I'm going to have you guys know this is something that doesn't come up a lot. It is pretty rare. You're not going to find packs in the shop like this too often in the pledge store because like they're few and far between. Typically, you can only get lifetime insurance applied to a vehicle if you buy a ship or you support it in its concept phase, or if you find really good war bonds like this, or if you had your account way back in like 2013. Those are the only ways to get LTI. And some of the devs have said that you will not be able to get it after the game comes out. Some of them say you do. So it's kind of up in the air at the moment. It's not set in stone. But if you're going to be playing this game a lot, you invest the money into getting one of the higher end ships, say like the Constellation, or you're spending a few $100s on something, which I don't super agree with because most ships you can buy in game. But this will make it so your investment is protected for the most part. And again, it's not required. It's just peace of mind, and it's a huge convenience, especially what we understand is every time you claim your vehicle, your insurance is going to get more and more and more expensive. That has been confirmed. So this will prevent that from happening to that ship of your choosing. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If it helped you or you learned something, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And if you have any other questions, feel free to hop in the Discord, which is linked in the description, and shoot me a message. We love helping new people and helping each other out in our community. So definitely hit us up there. It won't be a problem, and we can help you out with any questions you might have. And you could even play with us, and we can walk you through how we play and what we're doing in the game. Thank you so much to the Patreon subscribers, the donators, the Mumba Games, King, Angel Skywalker, Mr. Becker, Bozo, Nakotaz, and all the other people who have donated and participated in the charity for veterans. I'm a veteran myself, so stay tuned to do more of that stuff. If you guys want to join our organization, make sure you create that account if you're a new character or a new player, and use that referral code. It helps a ton. Anyways, stay tuned for more content. I'm planning on making a second channel for Star Citizen, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be really cool. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff on that channel. Definitely stay updated in the Discord and on YouTube for when that will be coming out. We have lots of cool events planned. It's going to be a really good time. Anyways, until the next video, I will catch you guys later. I hope you all have a good one, and peace.